This is ITV News with Steve Scott.
Good afternoon. We should all feel shame. The thoughts of the Health Secretary today, who's warning that far too many elderly people in the UK are living in isolation. Jeremy Hunt claims not enough of us are taking responsibility for older relatives who are left to live lonely lives with often only their television for company. Jenny Longdon reports.
See? Now, hold on. Now you can kick out.
These elderly people are the lucky ones, taking part in a social fitness class at least once a week. But for millions of others, get-togethers like this are a distant memory.
30% of older people experience some degree of loneliness, and 10% of the older population are often always lonely. That is a really shockingly high number of people who are experiencing something that is not just a very sad fact, but actually a serious threat to their health.
There are 800,000 people in England who are chronically lonely. Around 5 million say that TV is their main form of company. That's 10% of the population. And people who are lonely have a 64% higher chance of developing dementia. During a speech in Harrogate, Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt spoke about a collective national shame, saying we ignore the needs of millions.
Each and every lonely person has someone who could visit them and offer companionship. A forgotten million who live amongst us, ignored to our national shame.
At this centre, just a simple weekly exercise class makes a world of difference.
Most of us come here, including myself, to pass time.
I'll look after her and bring her here because she's had stroke dementia.
If I didn't come here, I wouldn't, I can't walk, you see, so I wouldn't be able to go anywhere.
Campaigners say loneliness among the elderly is not just a moral issue, it's a serious health risk too. Jenny Longdon, ITV News.
Well, I'm joined now by Trevor Littleton, who is the chairman of the charity Contact the Elderly. The charity aims to tackle loneliness and isolation. Trevor, is the Health Secretary right to make this call, or is he just passing on guilt to the rest of us when really the government should be doing more?
I believe it's absolutely right. We, in Contact the Elderly, are the only national organisation that have focused on isolation since our inception in 1965. And what elderly people want is not just the Meals on Wheels, but the chat that goes with it. And this is an essential part of what we do.
And Jeremy Hunt, we just heard him there say that there is a missing million, and each and every elderly person has someone who is able to go and talk to them. Is that actually correct?
It is correct that there's a huge number of people who are off the radar of family and social care support in this country. And we are trying to target as many people as we can via volunteers and our monthly tea party outings, which play a vital role in focusing on.
So what you're saying is that there are tens of thousands of families who are effectively ignoring their elderly relatives. Why does it come to that? How does that happen?
It may be an Anglo-Saxon thing. I think in certain countries this is not a problem, but certainly we should galvanise society to support them. Mother Teresa said that being alone and unwanted is the world's greatest disease, and she was at the sharp end of human suffering. And I think it's very encouraging that the Minister has recognised that it's not just a question of throwing money, although we need money to improve social care and the length of visits, but it's also the importance of having somebody to talk to and feel wanted and be part of the companionship, which is what Contact the Elderly does.
But you can't change a culture in a country or a country's culture by just a speech every now and then, can you?
Well, we've been trying to change a culture for 48 years, and we have 7,000 wonderful volunteers throughout the country who only have to give one Sunday afternoon a month, which is creating a companionship link, which creates a grandparent-grandchild relationship. So many things happen in between, knitting, but what we do is to ensure that link takes place. And we want people out there to join us and help provide this companion. It's great fun. They get a lot out of it. The volunteers get an immense amount out of it. And it is a benefit to the country, and the more people who are doing it, better.
Okay, Trevor, thank you very much indeed for coming in. An inquest has heard